Sat Shri Akal, Namaskar, welcome to my kitchen. On today's show, we are going to be talking about the foundation of Indian cooking, and that is spices, spices and spices. So I will show you my magic box. As well, we will be talking about the different blends that is of the Indian spices that you can make at home. As well, there is a special surprise at the end of the show, which is going to be with a steaming cup of chai tea and charcuterie board that I'm going to show you how to have that charcuterie board with samosas and a lot of other stuff. So come on in and learn. You are in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. Here is the moment where I'm going to show you the spice box that I've been talking about, and I can continue talking about this spice box a lot. The reason being that this spice box is actually a gift that is given to a girl once she gets married, or even before marriage. If someone is really into cooking, you will be using, one is using the spice box every day. So here I'm going to show you. So this is the most common one that you will find in the stores. That is the stainless steel box. So it comes with a small spoon for you to use, and then this one is just inner lid. Some will have inner lid, some won't. So this just keeps your spices airtight, and these are the 7 spices that you see here, which actually makes your curry powders. We buy curry powder from store, and you see a yellow curry powder, mostly it's like yellow color. Yellow color comes from turmeric, and then it's the spice flavor of the rest of the 6 spices that goes in. So I'm going to tell you all about it. So here is turmeric, Garam Masala, which is a key spice for the Indian cooking. Also I have here cardamoms. So this one is black cardamom, or also known as brown cardamom, and then green cardamom. Okay, so these cardamoms are used in brown cardamom is mostly used in like rice pulao dishes or meat dishes. Green cardamom we use almost every day for it adds sweetness. So I do use it for my chai tea whenever I'm making today, and I'm going to make one today for you as well, so you can actually see how I use this green cardamom. I have here cumin seeds, coriander seeds. There is this red chili powder. Okay, red chili powder is to add the heat to the dish. So it just depends on you how much. If you don't like too spicy, you can omit this spice. And then I also have here Tandoori Masala. Tandoori Masala is a blend that you would use for your tandoori recipes, be it tandoori chicken, tandoori paneer, tandoori prawns, anything you're making. That is the blend that you would use with some yogurt. So these spices, 7 spices, make your life so easy because they are all in the box. You can just use them, or here you can see my spice boxes. I am a spice box queen. I love spice boxes. Wherever I go, wherever, if it's friends, they can send it to me. I love that. So this one, for example, came from Kerala. This one actually was a tea keeper, tea box, and I changed it into a spice box. So that was just kind of my idea. And this one is the recent new one which I acquired, which is with the glass door, so that it can actually show what the spices are in there. Also, along with spice box, very important part is that you also need a mortar and pestle so that we can crush it. We are going to get into action as soon as we get to go for make the blends of the spices. I'm going to show you how to use this and how to use even this one, which also helps me to make some chutneys in there as well. Not to speak about when I'm talking about spices. Now today's spices are actually provided by Pepper Tree Spice Company. And they also have this natural spice bags that you can also use if you're gifting it to someone or you are just taking it somewhere with you. You can do that. I do have to tell you one more thing. My spice box travels with me wherever I go. So it's always in my car. I always carry it because just in case if I don't like something and I want to add some heat to it, I would do that. So that is where the spice box really is. I call it my magic box. Also, just because we're talking today the basics of Indian cooking and you are learning about spice blends today. Also very important part is where we use a lot of onions as well. So this is the very nice onion bag that they also have. So this will keep your onions, it's an onion keeper bag, storage bag, which will keep your onions really nice. You can have them for a little longer than usual what they last you on. This is it for the spice talk. We are going to go back into my stove and we are going to actually make some blends, learn how to make Garam Masala blend and Tandoori blend as well Chai Masala. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. Now we are going to make Garam Masala, Tandoori Masala and Chai Masala. So with Tandoori Masala, I am going to show you the procedure how to do it. Now Garam Masala is a key spice that we talked about. Any recipes you see Indian cooking, it's always Garam Masala. And what is this about Garam Masala? Garam Masala is actually blend of 10 to 15 different spices which are dry roasted, and then once they are dry roasted we actually let them cool and then I use coffee mill to grind it. Now with the coffee mill you can have one for your coffee and keep one for your spices. That is very important. So, okay, let's keep this back. I have my stove here working condition, yes, good, and on a very low heat. It's not medium, it's a low heat that you want to dry roast your spices. So we will start here dry roasting of spices for Garam Masala that I use. You can find different recipes where the spices could be different, but the end result is that we are looking for something which is going to be wholesome itself, a full of flavor spice that you, even if you miss any other spice, you would add Garam Masala. Also remember, it's not just Garam Masala spice that you are going to add, it's also love that you are going to add. Love is very important. Okay, so let's get going. So over here I'm just going to put some, these are cardamom pods, and the seed is inside them, which is actually what gives the flavor. So once this goes in the coffee mill, it's going to grind, and also we are going to use the pods itself. Also I have here some star anise that I'm adding for flavor. I have cloves and fennel. Now with cumin, I also, this is called Kali Jeera as well, Kali Jeera, and that is what black cumin. So that it's very strong, you don't want to add too much. So when you are adding in the quantity, because I'm just adding just like this because I have already measured them, you can go with the sweeter note more, like if you like little sweeter note, then you can add more cardamom to it. So the ratio could be 1 to 2 teaspoons each, but as you go along with the red chili powder or the red chili, whole red chili, then just go with a little less level on that of heat. Also some those black cardamom, this is regular cumin seed that we are going to add. and I have cinnamon stick that goes in, I have bay leaf that goes in, and these are the whole chili peppers. Again, add according to your taste. Not forgetting my black pepper, whole peppercorns. Just add those as well for that spicy note. And towards the end, we will also add some ground mace, but once these spices dry roast, these. So what you see here, this is whole spices. There are two kind. When I was talking about the spice box, you saw the spices that are ground spices as well in there. But this one, when we add the spices like this is called whole spices. That goes in first right now for dry roasting. And anytime you are dry roasting your spices, just add pinch of salt in there as well. Salt will actually hold the flavors together. And keep doing, because you are chefs in the kitchen now, right? So you have to continue to keep doing this step. So far so good? Yes? Easy, simple, right? Now, as we are dry roasting the spices for garam masala, I am going to show you the spices that goes in for tandoori masala, but we are not dry roasting all because they are ground spices as well in there. So only the dry roasting that goes in here is cumin and coriander seeds. I like that sound of spices. It's sound of music and it's sound of spices. And then cardamom that I will just add in. Now here I am going to just tell you the rest of the spices that I have here is chaat masala. I have cardamom seed as well that I am going to use. Garam masala. This is our garam masala we are making, but the one I have here is also garam masala. Some turmeric in there. Also red Kashmiri chili powder, because I like it hot, so I just use that. You can use any red chili powder you have at home. And also, not to forget, there is also a tandoori blend you can just get, and you can also add what we are making right now. Here is dry kasuri methi, dry fenugreek leaves that we will add in here for our tandoori masala. So now when you're doing this step, just make sure you are not going to go away anywhere, even to grab glass of milk, glass of water, nothing, because spices tend to burn easy. We don't want the spices to burn. So we are doing this step so that the spices release their own oil, and that is it. Once the spices release their own oil, I'm going to let it sit, let it cool down, and then we just use a coffee mill and grind it, and we have our homemade best blends ever, garam masala and tandoori masala. So these are the whole spices. Let's keep going. Now also I promised I will also make chai masala for you. So let's get to the chai masala. Chai masala, I have to say to you that it's very close to my heart all the time, because I'm a chai drinker, and I love these to make my own chai masala whenever I am making a cup of tea for myself. So now I wish this is the time when we have to have a smell-o-vision. Oh my God, I'm just sending it towards you. Okay, so this is now done. I can smell it. It is really looking good. See, the colors even change a little bit, but it's basically not even just the color of cumin or coriander. It's actually the aroma that you get out of it. The aroma is telling me that it's ready. So we will let this cool for some time. Over here, let's just check on tandoori masala whole spices. This is good. And here is my water for tea. For tea, very simple masalas that I like. I have 2 of these mortar and pestle and I love. Sometimes I would use this one or this, just whatever the mood is. It's all colorful. That's the main part. So here is my main spices that I'm going to add for my chai masala. Right now I'm making 2 cups, one for myself, one for Ryan, and then I'm thinking if you're going to join, then we'll make more for you as well. So here you go. At this point we are going to add coriander, whole coriander seeds, cloves goes in. This is my everyday chai masala. Cinnamon stick, little bit of star anise, also some now this is ginger, but ginger is something you can add on. This is fresh ginger that I will be adding it to my tea because I love ginger tea. In summer sometimes people omit that, but in winters you will love this tea. So fall is the perfect time when you can actually have a nice cup of tea and watch my show. Okay. So also not to forget fennel seeds. So just add some fennel seeds to this. So this is your basic chai masala. And sometimes if you don't have one or the other spice, make sure you have fennel, cloves and cardamom. These 3 is something that I would always have it. And then rest of the spices, cinnamon is there, star anise is there, ginger, perfectly fine if they are not there, if they are missing. So at this point we are going to grind it, and I always say when you are grinding these spices, we don't have to dry roast these spices. And 1 second before I finish it, I just have to see how my tandoori masala, oh my god, it smells so good. It's actually talking to me, it's saying I'm ready. So let's just leave this on the side here, let it cool and come back to it. So what I was saying was that if whenever I'm doing this part, I always say add lots of love, because everybody can make tea, anyone can make tea, but when you add that special touch of love, everyone's hand is different, right? At my home when I was growing up, it was mostly my dad who would be making tea in the morning, and we would wait for that. We would wait for the moment where we just want his tea, no one else. And sometimes if somebody else would make it, there is just that one sip and you know somebody else made it. You know why? Masalas are all same, the spices are all same. It's love and it's just a touch, your touch, my touch or Ryan's touch. Everybody's touch is different. So when you add it to the tea, it makes just amazing. So this is it. I'm going to show you as well because I did add some ginger. I just want to make sure cardamom pods, they are open up, the seed is out of the pod. I think I'm going to add a little bit of more cloves in there because I like the spicy flavor. Now also when you buy chai masala or when you are having it outside somewhere, they do add peppercorns. Okay, peppercorns is something that's going to add the spicy flavor to the chai. Personally, I don't like doing that. I am more fond of just the sweeter note, so that's why I don't add pepper, but you are welcome to try that way, but just add like 2 or 3 peppercorns for this much masala. Okay, so at this point for our chai, this is done. I'm just going to show you because you need to see how I did this. See, all the pods are open and they are not like grind, it's just like just a little bit so that it's all open up. And now we can add this. I think this is good masala, enough masala for 2 cups of tea. 2 cups of tea, you're making like a teaspoon and a half is good masala. That is what should go in. So Now at this point our chai tea is going to be ready in few minutes, because we are going to let these spices boil with water, and then we will be adding tea bags or just the tea leaves you can add, and then also some sugar and milk. So then our tea will be done. Also, I'm just waiting for spices to cool down. For garam masala and for tandoori masala, I'm going to grind them and I will show you the end result, how it all looks. So let's wait, come back, don't go anywhere, keep watching. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit. Welcome back. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit, and today it was spicing up your life with my spices. That's what we did today. We talked about the basic 7 spices and we made tandoori masala, which was dry roasted and then I ground it in coffee mill, and also I just added the tandoori blend little bit as well in there. That was the premix. Here is my garam masala that we made, and it's just amazing. It just smells so good. But I know when you will try this at home, you are going to say the same thing. Also here is my chai masala, which I did, which was with fennel, cloves, cardamom, and all the good stuff that we added in there. Now we are ending up our show today with our charcuterie board, which I have changed it into my samosa chai board, and it's not just samosas in there. You can see here this board. This has basically everything from savory to sweet traditional snacks that go so well with chai. You will love every bite of it. This is called matri, spiced cashews, samosas, 2 kind, potatoes and peas, spinach and paneer samosa. Matri is again here because this is something everyone loves, so this matri is here again. I have some kashi bars. Also there is, this is called matti. So this is kasuri methi that we just use even in as a spice. So this is kasuri methi, methi matti. Here is my favorite. This is my childhood favorite. It's called chana murgi, which is made out of the paneer as well, and it's sweet. It's just, it melts in your mouth. That's what it is, and that's my favorite. So all that you see here today, it's all my favorite. I can just have this, and as I said, I'm a chai drinker. I can have 5 or 6 cups. I know it's not good, but I would have that when I'm working and it's busy for me. Chai keeps me going. Chai is a refreshing treat on that end. Also, just not to forget what this is sev bundi and shakar pare, gur shakar pare. You can get the sugar, white sugar shakar pare as well, and that is my board with chutneys to go with samosas. Now it's time to do the best thing that we do every time before we end our show. This is what you're going to see me doing always in my other episodes too, which is tasting. Tasting is the best time of the day when we have cooked all our meals, foods. Today was spices and the board. Make sure you guys have this idea, because this is something very new to me as well. When I was watching charcuterie boards, I thought, you know what, why not we have this? Because Indian foods or Indian parties always have lots of appetizers, and we start with appetizers. So rather than having 4 different circles going around with different appetizers. Why not combine all the appetizers, all that savory traditional snacks, sweets, all in one board, and let people help themselves. They can just enjoy. Now it's time for chai. So here is some chai that we made, and I'm just going to pour some chai in my traditional chai cups, and I'm making two here, one for our director Ryan because he loves tea. Anytime I make tea, he's like, I want more. So here is something so special he's going to enjoy with the samosas. So I am going to have some samosa as well, just to try. I can have everything, but you know, just to show you how good this is, and my chai would be just incomplete. And it's actually, they say chai and samosa is match made in heaven, but I would say my charcuterie board today and chai, this is the combination made in heaven. So I'm gonna try. It's finger licking good. It's finger food. You would enjoy this, I'm pretty sure. So here is cheers to everyone with our cup of tea, chai tea here, and a samosa with the board. Make sure you make your own spice blends. Try it out. You will love this idea of doing things at home yourself and seeing how it comes up for you. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Remember, if you are looking for a spice box, you can actually tune into my website www.kitchenpunjabi.com for more information on it. And remember, love is the key ingredient. I will see you next time. You're in the kitchen with Chef Jasjit.